Welcome back for our third day of Emotions Matter virtual conference, BPD Fest. My name is Paula Tusiani-Eng, and I'm one of the founders and executive directors of Emotions Matter, coming to you from Long Island, New York. Good afternoon. It is 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time here on the East Coast where I am, but if you're on the West Coast or Mountain Central Standard Time, good morning. If you're outside of the US, we welcome you. Good evening. Please tell us where you're coming from in the chat now. We're excited to see you here today, and we're glad that you can join us. Emotions Matter is a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded in 2015 to educate, advocate for, and support people impacted by borderline personality disorder. Our vision is to create a world in which every person with BPD has access to resources and support to achieve a meaningful recovery. When some people hear the word BPD, they turn the other way. We say, hello, it's nice to meet you. Welcome to our community. When some people hear the word BPD, they get frightened, or they don't know what to say. We say, it's okay. Ask me questions. It's scary, but we're here for you. Let's provide some resources or connect you to others who understand. Some people associate BPD with badness. We associate BPD with goodness because we love people suffering with BPD or who live with this disorder. We believe borderline can be beautiful. Diseases or disorders can be bad. Cancer is bad. Alzheimer's is bad. There are so many diseases and disorders that are bad, that have devastating effects on the brain and body, and they can debilitate in everyday functioning. Anyone who's experienced BPD knows that it can be all of these things, and it can feel very bad and very isolating. Back in 2015, while giving a community presentation about my family's journey with BPD, a young woman came up to me in tears. At first, I was taken back. Did I say something to upset her? Was she okay? When I asked her, she told me they were tears of joy. She had been living with BPD for a few years. She had been living with BPD for a few years and had never met anyone else with the disorder. She felt isolated and alone and was so excited to meet us. That encounter was a pivotal moment for me. I could not imagine suffering with suicidal thoughts and intense emotion for years and feel like you're walking around on this earth as if you were the only one. If up to 1.6% of Americans have BPD, then millions of people, thousands of people are walking around with this debilitating disorder, feeling alone, but they're really not. We believe that nobody should feel alone when they're experiencing intense thoughts and feelings, especially suicidality. This is why we formed many of our programs at Emotions Matter with our volunteers. In 2016, we created our closed Facebook group for people with BPD. In 2017, 18, and 19, we created our peer online programs, our support groups, our BPD Connections programs, our wellness and writing workshops, our educational videos and resources and publications, our BPD loss groups. We did all of these things because we wanted people to feel less alone, more connected, and more understood. And this is why we're sponsoring BPD Fest, Understanding Borderline Personality Disorder from Diverse Perspectives. Today, we hope by sharing firsthand experiences and promoting dialogue, we will inspire hope for recovery. And just as MC Broad said yesterday in our rap performance that started off the conference, We want to flip the script. We want to change the narrative from bad to better to best to beautiful. Now it is with great pleasure that I want to introduce Sara Rosenberg, one of our vice presidents at Emotions Matter, who handles operations and management. She's been at the helm of every aspect of this conference and a true partner. I want to thank her for her leadership and commitment that has made this conference a success. Sara has lived experience of borderline personality disorder and is on our board passionate about raising awareness about BPD.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Paula. This is so exciting. I'm so happy to be here. And I'm so grateful to be included in this groundbreaking conference that's designed to welcome people like me to a community where we all feel validated and understood. Having my own lived experience of borderline personality disorder, it is so meaningful to be in the role of helping others. My journey of recovery enables me to help those seeking the support that Emotions Matter helped me find. I first got involved with Emotions Matter at the ago, and I wanted to volunteer right away. And what started out as a once monthly role turned into a life-changing position that encouraged me to up in my recovery and to hosting this virtual festival where I'm continuing to help those whose experiences I have shared. I worked so hard to get this far in my recovery. Being able to be a part of putting this conference together fulfilled a dream for me. You can imagine how meaningful this is to me. It makes me so proud. And I'm proud to share this accomplishment with my friends and colleagues, and especially my family who have been through this incredibly intense journey with me. They supported me when I was struggling and continue supporting me and Emotions Matter now that I'm flourishing. I don't know where I'd be without Emotions Matter. You know, seeing how it gives me confidence and hope for the future. Thank you, Paula, for believing in me and giving me this responsibility. I feel so appreciated. You are my role model, and I'm constantly amazed at your dedication and strength. The amount of work you put into this festival is beyond what anyone can imagine, but it's so special with so much inspiration and support, and give back to the community, raise awareness, and reach so many people around the world. When I see the impact we're making on our members, I know I'm using my struggles to make a difference in this world. There's no better feeling than knowing that our members feel like they belong and are in a completely mental space. I'm looking forward to keeping Emotions Matter as my top priority. Every minute I volunteer is meaningful. And for those of you who want to share this amazing feeling, we welcome you to volunteer with us. Later on, we'll give you details about how you can get involved. Not only do we need peer leaders, but also tech, marketing, fundraising, and administrative volunteers. So much goes into everything we do. And here we are on our third day of our virtual festival to bring you more entertainment, inspiration, support, and education. We hope this will exceed your expectations. Going into we wanted to share as much as we could with our community. We had no idea how special this event was going to turn out to be. The willingness of our volunteers to join in presentations for you is unbelievable. We are so proud of our Emotions Matter family. It's a double blessing to have so many wonderful volunteers, because not only are our community members and their loved ones sharing with you, they tell us what an impact it has on them to be able to give back like this. We have more than 45 speakers with lived experience of BPD who are presenting alongside professionals to give voice to their experiences on important topics related to recovery. They are all volunteers giving their time on this beautiful spring weekend to share this journey with you. To our volunteers, we thank you for your courage, commitment, and leadership. Thank you. And thank you to our dedicated volunteers behind the scenes. You pulled this all together. And now I'd like to share some slides. Paula, I'd like to thank our wonderful sponsors. Okay. You know, we jumped onto this virtual conference bandwagon with gratitude for our sponsors who have helped for this conference, who have made it possible for us to offer free tickets to those with lived experience. Our platinum sponsors, New York Presbyterian Hospital, the Francesco and Mary Giambelli Foundation, and our gold sponsors, McLean Hospital and Splash Car Wash. Our silver manager, Clearview Treatment Programs, Amanda Smith Treatment and Consultation, and New England Personality Disorder Association. Our bronze sponsors, Wolfpack Marketing, Kirkland Risk Group, Fitch Group, Eastern Services, and lastly, Melody Benefits, which is my brother's company. Thank you so much for sponsoring. And now I'd like to go over some community guidelines, which will be presented at the start of every session. Please make sure you follow these guidelines throughout the entire conference. Emotions Matter philosophy is that we strive to create a safe, judgment-free space for people with borderline personality disorder. We accept that there is a spectrum of experiences within the BPD community. We honor where people are on the journey without judgment or assumptions. We encourage people to define their own path towards recovery, and we our own lived experience, not as medical experts.